Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you the book The Lean Startup. This book is widely recognized as a classic in the entrepreneurial world, and is especially loved by internet professionals. So what is Lean Startup? The concept of Lean Startup originated from Toyota's lean manufacturing. Toyota was the first to propose the idea of small batch, fast production, by monitoring problems in real time during the production process, and making timely improvements and adjustments to maximize customer satisfaction and eliminate all ineffective processes. This lean manufacturing ideology enabled Toyota to stand out in the fierce competition of the 1970s and 1980s, and become one of the best-selling auto brands in the world. The author believes that Toyota's lean manufacturing philosophy also applies to internet startups. Internet startups are different from traditional industries in that they feature fast change and great uncertainty. Startups don't have the abundant financial resources of mature companies, nor can they support long periods of R&D and repeated trials and errors. Therefore, internet startups cannot develop behind closed doors, but need to quickly launch products, look for user feedback, and then continually make adjustments and optimizations. The core of Lean Startup is to use the least cost and fastest speed to try out ideas and find market-approved directions. It advocates taking small quick steps, first using the lowest cost to make a minimum viable product, which is a simplified version with only the most essential features. This way, user feedback can be obtained as soon as possible to see if it meets market demand. If users love it, then more resources can be invested to optimize the product. If the response is lukewarm, the direction can be adjusted or the idea abandoned in a timely manner to avoid greater losses. In short, Lean Startup is an experimental approach that can prevent startups from falling into the trap of false prosperity, and also avoid the huge waste and risks that come with rocket-style startups. Next, let's look at how to implement Lean Startups. The author believes that the key to Lean Startups is to verify two assumptions. First is the value assumption. That is, you must first verify that your product or service can actually solve users' existing problems. Without value, users will not pay, and entrepreneurship is out of the question. The second is the growth assumption. This means your product needs to continually attract new users in order to grow. Relying solely on existing users is not enough. There must be a replicable and diffusible new user growth model. So how do you validate these two assumptions? The method is very simple, just make a minimum viable product for experimentation. For example, a young Indian who wanted to provide door-to-door laundry services. To verify if people have such needs, he bought a truck with a washing machine installed in the back, and drove it to the village to try it out. At first villagers ignored him, later he realized it was because villagers were afraid he would run away. So he refitted the truck to make it look less like a vehicle, and gradually gained acceptance from the villagers. Through such a simple experiment, this entrepreneur verified his business model. He also discovered some user preferences, such as the desire for ironing services, etc., which provided direction for further optimization. There are many similar examples. In short, startups need to use various, small experiments to verify their assumptions. This is the essence of Lean Startup. Moreover, this assumption verification is not a one-time thing. Startups need to repeat this develop, measure, learn cycle throughout the product optimization process. That is, every time a new feature is developed, it needs to first undergo small-scale experimentation, check the data feedback, and then decide the next step. Only in this way can we ensure the product keeps moving in the right direction, rather than wasting time and effort. In addition, the author specifically mentioned that Lean Startup is not just a startup theory. Its thinking model and methodology are also applicable to other fields. For example, school teachers can record small-scale micro-lesson videos for students at different levels to watch and give feedback on learning effects, so as to adjust their teaching methods. Also, when software companies develop new features, they can pilot them with small groups of users, check the data to see user reactions, and then decide whether to roll out more widely. Even things like improving laboratory procedures in hospitals, adjusting marketing tactics for businesses, etc., can borrow ideas from lean startups, and through constant small experiments, quickly identify problems and improve. In short, Lean Startup provides us with a scientific methodology to help us create products that truly satisfy users at the fastest speed possible. Its way of thinking and practical steps benefit anyone who wants to complete work quickly and efficiently. That's all for today. This book is worth reading thoroughly for anyone interested in startups. If you found today's content helpful, please subscribe and like to support me. Thank you for watching. See you next time.